This morning on DC News Now, a deportation error in Maryland.
Guy who lives in my state, he's stuck with the dictator of El Salvador.
Outrage from co-workers and lawmakers after a man is mistakenly deported. Clouds building in today. Meteorologist Jackie Laird tracking storm chances for later this week. A new turn in the trade war. What the Trump administration's latest round of tariffs are expected to do. Ending endless scrolling in Virginia.
We're looking out for kids, right? Looking out for their academic progress, looking out for their mental health.
Lawmakers considering time limits to social media in a new bill. And a new buzz around Maryland's campus. Meet Maryland's new men's basketball coach.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning, and thanks for starting your day with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tanaya Wright.
And I'm Corey James. We'll get to Shanika in just a moment for more on the roads. Let's turn things over to Jackie for the forecast today.
Out there this morning, we're slowly starting to see more of those clouds building in at this hour. Still a bit chilly, though. We're seeing those 30s and 40s across much of the map right now. And eventually, we'll see those high temperatures only climbing into those upper 50s to lower 60s. But hey, that's seasonable for this time of the year. Currently upper 30s in Leesburg and Manassas. We're into those middle 40s in DC. We have a bit of a breeze coming in mainly out of the east-northeast between 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's making it feel a little bit colder than those actual air temperatures. So dress for these temperatures. It feels like we're into those lower 30s in Frederick, right at the freezing mark in Martinsburg. Lower 40s what it feels like as you're stepping out in the district at this point. Timing out the rest of your day, those clouds fill in, high temperatures into those upper 50s to lower 60s later on this afternoon. We're still looking dry out there for the day today. Tomorrow, we do crank up the temperatures. Yeah, it's going to be warmer out there tomorrow, but we do have that threat for some thunderstorms. I'll have more details and the timing of those coming up. Shanika's back. The latest timing on those roadways, though. How's it looking?
All right. It's not looking too bad, Jackie. We're at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. Check it out. So this is through Prince George's County here, right near 193. That's Greenbelt Road. So we had this one crash, and that was right near the Greenbelt Metro Station heading northbound. It's getting better. You are still seeing some delays, though. You're also seeing delays out of College Park heading southbound as well. That's the inner loop. 95 is starting to slow down right before the Capitol Beltway 650. Let's head out to this is Temple Hill Road and Allentown Road. There's a crash with no delays, and in the district you are seeing delays along the Southeast Southwest Freeway. Also DC 295. Tanaya.
All right, thank you, Shanika. Well, we are learning more this morning about the man who was mistakenly deported to El Salvador by ICE. His family now suing the Trump administration. ICE officials detained Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia last month. According to a court filing, his wife saw photos of him inside of CICOD, a notorious prison in El Salvador. The Trump administration is defending the removal, even though in a court filing, it admits to doing so through administrative error.
This kind of uncertainty is really bad for the community.
A judge is going to hear that case on Friday afternoon.
U.S. Health and Human Services employees are getting dismissal notices, and it's the latest plan to reshape the federal public health infrastructure. The department's secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., said close to 10,000 jobs are being cut. It includes workers for the Centers for Disease Control, Federal Drug Administration, and National Institutes of Health. Yesterday, people lined outside the building in Rockville, one employee speaking out about the layoffs.
A lot of people got to rearrange their lifestyles now due to what the government feels as though is right for their budget. So I think it's pretty messed up.
RFK says he is planning to move many departments to a new entity called the Administration for Healthy America. As those layoffs happen, funding is also being removed for multiple health initiatives. D.C., Maryland, and 23 other states are suing the Trump administration for these cuts. More than $11 billion worth of federal funding being taken away. That money going towards addiction recovery programs, vaccinations, and mental health initiatives. The lawsuit arguing the cuts are illegal and will cause serious harm. And Maryland senators finally passing the state budget to address a more than $3 billion deficit, but it could come at a cost to taxpayers.
Yeah, our Yamari Sase is in the studio this morning. So Yamari, what does this mean for people in Maryland?
Yeah, good morning, Corey and Tanaya. According to the Associated Press, the budget passed by the Maryland Senate is different from the one passed by the House, and that means a committee must now create a unified budget. But one thing that both bills agree on, an increase in taxes. Now, one major area of concern ahead of the newest budget, funding for schools. The U.S. Department of Education rescinded more than $400 million in emergency COVID-19 recovery funds, and lawmakers are making some adjustments to the budget to ensure it's balanced. Now, some of those changes from both the State, House, and Senate include a 3% tax on information technology services, increasing capital gains tax from 2%, increasing taxes on recreational cannabis to 12%, and sports betting to 20%. Also, the phase-in for vehicle registration fee will be accelerated. Now, they also plan to create a higher tax bracket for those who make over $500,000 and $1 million in annual income. Now, the proposed tax increases could also be a problem for federal workers in Maryland now out of a job. Maryland is home to the department seeing mass layoffs like the FDA, NIH, NOAA, and the NSA. For now, reporting in the studio, I'm Yamar Sase. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. Well, in the district, Mayor Bowser is not going to be delivering her proposed 2026 fiscal year budget today. Bowser and other leaders are still waiting on the House to approve a bill that would restore the city's budget. The House expected to do so this month, but the date is not known just yet. A D.C. Council taking action to allow more closed-door meetings. Now, that would cut the public out of the conversation.
Yeah, the council passed emergency legislation to amend the current open meetings law. The change is allowing the council to meet in private without the required 48-hour public notice if they're discussing topics like potential threats or meeting with the mayor. Members say they cannot take any official actions in these sessions, but they say closed meetings will allow them to discuss sensitive economic development deals and federal retaliations. Some advocates are skeptical.
They work for the public. They work for the people of the District of Columbia. And the people of the District of Columbia have a right to know why they're doing things, not only what they're doing, but why they're doing them.
The measure passed on emergency meeting. It will last for only 90 days without public hearing. Chairman Phil Middleton introducing a permanent bill, though. That public hearing is scheduled for April 22nd.
And changes to D.C.'s emergency rental assistance program are moving forward. The D.C. City Council advanced amendments to the COVID-era emergency rental assistance program on Tuesday. Now, some of the changes would limit the time and how much it will cost landlords to reschedule evictions, clarify which documents landlords need to comply with, and make it clear that the rent waiver defense must be clarified during the trial. Now, it was designed to help tenants making less than 40% of the median income get housing.
Also happening today, President Trump expected to announce tariffs on multiple countries, and he's calling it Liberation Day, saying America has been reliant on foreign goods for too long. The tariffs are expected to impact pharmaceutical companies. The White House says these tariffs would raise $600 billion a year, but consumers are likely to see the prices increase. A study from Yale University estimating the average household will pay more than $3,000 a year because of the tariffs.
And new this morning out of Wisconsin, Democratic-backed Susan Crawford winning the race for Wisconsin Supreme Court, cementing a liberal majority. She beat Brad Schimmel, the candidate endorsed by President Trump and Elon Musk. Now, the race broke spending records and reported the highest turnout in Wisconsin Supreme Court election ever. It is also the first major election since November, testing how voters feel about Trump's first months back in office and the role of DOJ in gutting federal agencies and laying off thousands of workers. Meantime, Republicans expanding their slim majority in the House. Yesterday, Republicans won 2 special elections in Florida. Jimmy Patronis winning the 1st district and Randy Fine winning the 6th. These elections were to replace former Representative Matt Gaetz and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. Republicans now have a 220 to 213 majority in the House.
All right, rain and gusty winds from Monday's storm forcing flowers from cherry blossom trees to the ground. The National Park Service says because of the storm, peak bloom is officially over now. This happening just 4 days after it started. Tourists say they are still enjoying, though, the blooms and making the most of what's left.
I think it's kind of bad timing. I mean, it's kind of nice, like it's pretty, and we know that the cherry blossoms don't last very long, but it's kind of a bummer that like right at the end of the season we got the windstorm.
1.5 million people expected to visit the Tidal Basin for the National Cherry Blossom Festival. It ends April 13. And some sad news out of Los Angeles this morning. Val Kilmer, known for his roles in Top Gun and Batman Forever, passed away at the age of 65.
Yeah, he died in Los Angeles last night, surrounded by family and friends. Doctors say he died from pneumonia and faced a long recovery after a 2014 throat cancer diagnosis that required 2 tracheotomies. Now, he is the youngest actor to ever be accepted into the prestigious Juilliard at school at the time he attended. Now we're going to have more on his life and legacy coming up in our next half hour. But your time right now, it is 7:09 on a Wednesday. It didn't take long for the Maryland Terrapins to find their next head coach.
Yeah, we're taking a look at Buzz Williams' message about the future of UMD's men's basketball team. Plus, making friends as an adult, it can be difficult in today's Tech Talk. We're going to help you out with the new album.
But first, we are taking a live look outside. Jackie, what can people expect when they step out?
Yeah, we're slowly starting to see more of those clouds building in at this hour, especially moving in from the west. And we'll see high temperatures today, seasonable, right around 60. Now, tomorrow, we're tracking a warm up along with that chance for some thunderstorms. Latest details and timing. That's all right after the break.